The British royal family found itself at the center of another media frenzy after a series of mysterious yacht photographs began circulating online, triggering intense speculation across Britain and beyond. The images, which allegedly showed Queen Camilla enjoying a luxurious private getaway with a select group of wealthy associates during a period of mounting royal responsibilities, quickly became the focus of heated public debate. While the authenticity and context of the photographs remained unverified, headlines exploded with dramatic theories about what they might reveal. As social media erupted with commentary, royal commentators questioned whether the palace would issue a formal response. Some insisted the photographs were harmless vacation snapshots taken months earlier, while others argued they painted an unfortunate picture at a time when the monarchy was striving to project unity and stability. But according to palace insiders, if whispers around Westminster were to be believed, the person paying the closest attention wasn't King Charles, it was Prince William. For years, William had carefully cultivated an image of calm leadership. Rarely drawn into public disputes, he had consistently focused on modernizing the monarchy while protecting its reputation. Those closest to him often described him as someone who preferred private conversations over public confrontations. Yet insiders claimed this situation was different. The timing of the photographs couldn't have been worse. Britain was facing growing economic concerns. Charitable organizations supported by the royal family were preparing major fundraising campaigns, and public confidence in traditional institutions remained under intense scrutiny. Against that backdrop, the leaked images threatened to dominate headlines for days. Royal experts appearing on television debated whether the controversy would simply fade away or whether it would force difficult conversations inside palace walls. Then came the rumor that changed everything. Several newspapers reported that Prince William had requested an urgent private meeting with senior royal advisors at Kensington Palace. Officially, no agenda was released. Unofficially, speculation ran wild. Was this simply another routine strategy meeting, or was something much larger unfolding behind closed doors? Commentators noted that William had recently become increasingly involved in discussions concerning the long-term future of the monarchy. His emphasis on accountability, transparency, and public trust had become recurring themes in many of his public speeches. Those values suddenly seemed especially relevant. Meanwhile, television crews gathered outside Buckingham Palace, hoping to catch even the smallest sign of unusual activity. Every arriving vehicle became breaking news. Every palace staff member entering through the gates sparked fresh theories online. Then another report surfaced. Sources claimed William had reviewed a confidential briefing prepared by communications advisors examining the growing public reaction to the photographs. According to anonymous insiders, the report concluded that the controversy, regardless of whether the images reflected any wrongdoing, risked overshadowing months of charitable work carried out by senior members of the royal family. That conclusion reportedly left William deeply concerned. Public trust, advisors allegedly warned, could be damaged more by prolonged silence than by decisive leadership. Across Britain, newspaper opinion columns became sharply divided. Some argued the photographs represented nothing more than a private holiday unfairly sensationalized by the media. Others believed senior royals had a responsibility to avoid situations that could invite damaging speculation. The debate dominated radio programs, television panels, and social media discussions for days. Then came another unexpected development. According to fresh palace rumors, William personally requested meetings with representatives from several royal charities. While no official explanation was provided, observers wondered whether he intended to reassure organizations whose fundraising efforts were now being overshadowed by the controversy. If true, it suggested William was already looking beyond the headlines and focusing on protecting the institution itself. But events were only beginning. Late one evening, reports emerged that William had traveled to Windsor for what insiders described as an unusually private discussion involving senior members of the royal household. Security around the estate reportedly increased. Official schedules suddenly changed. Several planned engagements were quietly adjusted. The palace declined to comment. That silence only fueled even greater speculation. What exactly was happening behind those historic walls? Then came the headline that stunned Britain. Several tabloid publications claimed Prince William had reached a dramatic conclusion regarding the unfolding crisis. The stories alleged he believed decisive action was necessary to protect the monarchy's credibility. Within hours, those reports evolved into even more sensational claims, suggesting William wanted Queen Camilla removed from certain royal engagements, until the controversy subsided. Importantly, none of those claims were confirmed by Buckingham Palace. Still, public curiosity reached extraordinary levels. Television helicopters hovered over royal residences. International media outlets dispatched correspondents to London. Every royal appearance suddenly carried enormous significance. When King Charles attended an official engagement the following morning, photographers searched every image for clues. Would Camilla appear beside him? Would William attend? Would anyone address the growing controversy? Instead, palace officials maintained complete silence. For experienced royal observers, however, silence often carried its own message. Behind closed doors, they speculated. Careful discussions were almost certainly taking place. Meanwhile, William continued attending previously scheduled charitable events with remarkable composure, smiling for cameras, greeting volunteers, speaking about environmental initiatives, yet many noticed he carefully avoided answering shouted questions regarding the leaked photographs. His restraint contrasted sharply with the increasingly dramatic headlines dominating newspapers. One veteran royal correspondent remarked that William appeared determined not to let media speculation dictate his public behavior. Still, rumors refused to disappear. Then another alleged insider account surfaced. According to anonymous palace sources quoted by several tabloids, William had privately expressed frustration, not necessarily about the photographs themselves, but about the repeated distractions threatening the monarchy's public mission. Whether accurate or not, the claim resonated with many observers who viewed William as someone deeply committed to preserving institutional stability. Political commentators also entered the discussion. Some argued the controversy illustrated how rapidly public narratives could spiral in the digital age. Others suggested the royal family faced unprecedented challenges balancing personal privacy with public expectations. Every development seemed to generate even more questions than answers. Then came the biggest twist yet. Late Friday evening, reports emerged that William had held another confidential meeting, this time involving legal advisors and senior communications officials. No details were officially released, but speculation intensified almost instantly. Was the palace preparing a public statement? Would legal action be considered regarding the leaked photographs? Or was an entirely different strategy taking shape? Across Britain, anticipation reached extraordinary levels. Weekend newspaper front pages teased major royal developments. Television networks promised exclusive updates. Online forums filled with countless theories. Then, shortly before midnight, one particularly explosive rumor began circulating. According to multiple unverified reports, William had made it unmistakably clear that preserving the monarchy's reputation would take priority over protecting any individual from public scrutiny. The alleged statement spread across social media within minutes. Supporters praised what they viewed as strong leadership. Critics urged caution, reminding readers that anonymous sources and rumors should not be treated as established facts. Yet one question remained unanswered. If William truly intended to reshape how the royal family responded to controversies, what would his next move be? And would the coming days bring the official response that millions across Britain were now waiting to hear? As dawn broke over London, anticipation reached its peak. Newspapers carried bold headlines, television anchors promised fresh developments, and social media buzzed with endless speculation. Yet despite the dramatic rumors, Buckingham Palace remained officially silent, offering no confirmation of claims that Prince William had taken action against Queen Camilla. Royal analysts emphasized an important point. Without an official statement, many of the circulating reports remained unverified. Even so, they argued that the episode highlighted a broader challenge facing the modern monarchy: how quickly public perception can be shaped by leaked images, anonymous sources, and viral online discussions. Meanwhile, Prince William continued with his scheduled engagements, focusing on community initiatives and environmental projects. His decision to remain composed rather than respond publicly was interpreted by many commentators as an effort to keep attention on the monarchy's long-term mission rather than the latest headlines. The alleged yacht photographs, whether accurately represented or not, had already sparked a national conversation about responsibility, privacy, and public expectations for senior royals. For many observers, the real story was not the images themselves, but the way they fueled speculation about the future direction of the royal family. As the palace moves forward, many questions remain unanswered. Will an official response ever address the rumors? Will the controversy quietly fade, Or will new revelations emerge to reshape the public narrative once again? Only time, and verified facts, will provide those answers. Until then, the story serves as a reminder that in the age of instant information, separating speculation from confirmed reality is more important than ever.